We go. And let's share the screen. Move that over here a little bit and let's get started. Okay, so again, welcome. And the first thing I want to draw your attention to is how to contact me. And you probably already got a sense of that, but yes, this Pronto tool here is how we're going to communicate through this session. We do have this message tool up here. The problem with that message tool is I don't receive those messages in real time. And so if I'm not checking this particular Blackboard shell on a daily basis, then I won't see that you're sending me a message. But I will see it if you send me through Pronto. And what's kind of funny and actually really sweet is that students will, I have indicated right here that I typically turn my phone off from 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. Because I'm going to bed, right, and sleeping. But please do send any message you need to, any question you need to. You won't disturb me. And if I don't get back to you within 24 hours or a day or whatever, it won't be considered rude or pushy if you send your message again. Typically, I get back pretty quickly, though. And so let's begin where it says start. So we're going to start here. And we're going to go to the first day of class. And this is where the orientation video and the exam will be located. Now, for those that are here attending, you won't have to take the interactive book, which will have the orientation video. At the end of the session, I'll have you guys type your full names into the chat. Wait to do that until the end of the session. And then once the interactive book for the orientation video is available, you'll get full credit for that. And then you'll be able to take the short answer orientation exam. So let's take a look first at this document here. Okay, so one of the things you need to be aware of is this is going to be a little bit novel as far as the way the grade is structured, right? This is what is referred to as a bundled course for your competency-based course. And so what that means is we'll start here with the final grade, and then we'll telescope in to see what each bundle sort of looks like. To earn a grade of a B at the end of the session, this is what you need to accomplish. You need to earn a complete for bundles 1, 2, 4, and 5. Notice how it doesn't say 3. You don't have to do 3. And each of those bundles, and this will make sense once we get into the bundles, each of those bundles needs to be completed with a B, right? And that's indicating that there's specific assignments in each bundle for a B. So if you want to earn a B, you do all the assignments for a B. And if you want to earn an A for that bundle, then you do all of the assignments for a B and the assignments for an A. For an A, you got to complete all bundles 1 through 6 for an A. And then and understand bundle 6 is the final paper, right? So there's a paper to write based on an assigned book, which we'll talk about in just a second, that you don't have to purchase. But there's an incentive to get out of the final paper. So let's talk about that, since that's something you'll be interested in. So as it says right here, incentive to progress in accordance with the suggested schedule. If a student earns a complete for bundles 1 through 5 for an A by the dates indicated in the table below, in other words, the first 5 bundles are completed for an A by March 6th, the student will not be required to prepare for or complete bundle 6, the final paper, right? So take note of that. These are suggested due dates. I highly recommend adhering to those dates. And a course like this, there are no fixed due dates. But if you don't adhere to those due dates, then you run the risk of kind of being swamped by the end of the session and not being able to successfully complete the course, obviously, right? So make sure, to the best of your ability, it's okay if you go a day for bundle 1 after February 6th, maybe February 7th, or February 8th, but you don't want this stuff to snowball on you. Okay, so let's go back to Blackboard. Let's collapse the Start Here folder, and let's start with bundle 1. And all the bundles are organized the same, so we'll just take a look at bundle 1. The first thing you want to open up is the criteria for the bundle. So you open up the document, and it indicates the suggested due dates. The due date is February 6th. And what this is basically saying is if your targeted grade is a B for bundle 1, then you need to complete these assignments right here, right? So B1.1, B1.2, B1.3. If you want to earn an A for bundle 1, then you complete all of the assignments. Let me get rid of that. That's a hangover from a different class, so I apologize for that. So if you see something that says you need to earn a C, ignore that. The only grades, if this is the first time you've taken a competency-based course, please understand there's only 3 grades available, the final grade, A, B, and a failing grade, right? No C's or D's. So you complete all of the assignments for a B plus these 2 assignments right here, right? And the time management here, this is really important. So typically what a student does is they try to do everything at once. And so I've got Saturday off. I'm going to do 8 hours of work and get it done there. That's a trap, right? Because maybe you get sick on Saturday and now you're really behind, right? What I highly suggest is have a dedicated daily schedule of, it could be 30 minutes a day, but even if it's as low as 15 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day, right? That's going to add up. And when we go back to the bundle, I'm going to show you how you can definitely chunk out your approach to this course. So if let's say you have, whoa, how'd that happen? Perla, what are you doing? Perla is an artist. Very cool. That's fine. But what, yeah, 30 minutes a day. And let me make sure nobody's in the chat here. Okay, cool. Yeah, I had to bring up my chat window here. If you are chatting and I'm not responding, just open up your mic and you can just say, read the chat, right? Yeah, but if you have a dedicated practice, anywhere from 10 minutes to 30 minutes a day, that is going to help you quite a bit. Okay. And again, let me know if you have any questions. So let's go back to Blackboard. You got to take these pre-tests. If I had my way, you wouldn't have to. And don't really, a couple of people already did, excellent. But don't worry about how you do on them, right? It's just part of how these courses are structured. What it will allow you to, it'll want to give you a kind of sneak preview of what you might be studying in the bundle, and it opens up the assignments in the bundle for you. So just go ahead and go through it as quickly as possible. Do not stress about it. Do not spend any more time than you need to on it, and just move on. So once you do complete the pretest, then all of these assignments will open up for you. So you begin here, bundle 1, and so let's take a look at how this is designed here. So the first assignment within B1.1, it's an interactive book. So let's go through this so you're very aware of what these assignments are. And a lot of the assignments are going to look like this. So you're going to go ahead and push play. And it's pausing right now. I've already gone through this, and it says test your knowledge. So it'll start here, and it'll go, and you'll hear somebody reading this chapter to you, Columbus, the Indians, and Human Progress. And so when this pops up, then you test your knowledge, right? And notice you could retry. So I got 0 out of 2. And so, these are just multiple choice questions that you can go through. And then you go through all of these questions. Once you're done with, this is referred to as the interactive video. Once you're done with the interactive video, then take the quiz right here. And then once you're done with the quiz, do this exercise right here of drag the words. So those are the 3 exercises typically you're going to do for each interactive book. And once you're done, this is really important. You've got to do this. Submit a summary and submit. So you open this up. It'll tell you your score. Hopefully your score is more than my score. I only got a 1 out of 49, right? And then right here, submit your report. If you do not do that, then it will not record to your grade book. So 9 times out of 10, when a student gets a hold of me and they say, I did the assignment, but there's nothing happening in the grade book, well, that's what's happening. You didn't do that. Easy fix. You just have to go back and do that. This summary and submit, and then submit your report. And the one thing you'll notice in this course that every assignment won't have a score. It has a score here, but in your Blackboard gradebook, it'll indicate complete or not complete, right? So if it's not complete, you can, for the interactive books, you have as many attempts as you need to, right? Unlimited attempts. And then once you're done with that, then move on to this assignment right here. It's an interactive book, so I don't need to open it up. It's structured the same way as this one was. Finish this interactive book. Excuse me. Had too much Topo Chico. And then you're going to take this quiz here. Now this quiz, you notice here there's no time limit on these assignments. The quizzes do have a time limit. For this one, it's 35 minutes. And you will typically have 2 attempts. But you click here, it's a multiple choice question quiz. And you won't be able to access this until you earn a complete for all 3 of these assignments. Once you earn a complete for this quiz, then part 2, B1.2 will open up. And this is the book I was referring to that is assigned, that the final paper will be based on. But whether you are striving for a B in the course or for an A in the course, you do need to go through this book. Now, let me tell you something about this book. This is a pretty powerful book. The book is called Incidents in the Life of a Slave Girl by Harriet Jacobs. It's an emotionally driven book. And it's from the perspective of a young girl, a teenage girl, who is enslaved. And you get a day-by-day play of what it was like to be an enslaved person within this environment. And it's not pretty. It's disgusting, it's horrific, it's violent, it's brutal, and it should have never have happened. But it did, and it's important that we study this and engage with it. Because a lot of the aspects of what she's talking about are still with us. Racism, white supremacy, the patriarchy, men ruling over women, and it's in spades in this book. But on the other hand, there's some inspiration to be found in this book. What's very amazing about Harriet Jacobs, despite what she's enduring, she never loses her dignity, which I would lose my dignity on day 1, right? But she is a very proud, dignified person, and she knows who she is, and she knows what love is, more importantly. Once you complete the assignments within this folder, right, this is an introduction to the book. This is chapters 1 through 8. And let me just open this up just to reiterate. I don't think I actually explained that in the first one. The real important thing is, you notice how the cursor's right here? Well, that's because I had pushed play and I stopped right there. So these interactive books will start off where you left off. So that's what I mean by, hey, if you only have 10 minutes, right? You're super busy, you got work, you got kids to take care of, but you do have, maybe you get up a little bit early, you got 10 minutes before the kids get up and you got to get them ready for school. Then yeah, do 10 minutes. And then maybe during your lunch break or sometime during the day, you got 45 minutes or a half an hour or 20 minutes, right? This is what I mean. You want to kind of keep at it at a consistent level each day. Strive for maybe 30 minutes a day, and then you can do 5 minutes here, 10 minutes here until you get to 30 minutes. If you don't have 30 minutes, well, maybe the next day you get a little bit longer, right? That'll just develop momentum for you so you don't get caught off guard. Okay, so closing that out. Just making sure no one's in chat. Okay. So you'll take the quiz, right? You'll complete this assignment, and just to go back to the folder here, once you complete B1.3, then that's what you've earned a B for bundle 1. And once you earn a B for bundle 1, then bundle 2 will open up for you. And you could choose there to jump into bundle 2 and complete the assignments in bundle 2 that are required for a B, right? And so on and so forth until you get to the 5th bundle. That might be a good approach to do it. You could approach it any way you want, but might be a good approach, because if you could first complete all of the assignments required for a B, and you could probably have that done even before we reach the halfway mark for the session, then you are assured that you're going to pass the course with the B. And then you can go back, because you can go back to any of these assignments throughout the session, and then you can go back and complete the assignments for an A, right? Just keep in mind that if you want to take advantage of this incentive and not write the final paper, you need to complete all the first 5 bundles, bundles 1 through 5, for an A by March 6th, right? If you don't complete all 5 bundles for an A by March 6th, then you will need to prepare for and complete the final paper. Okay, let's close this out. So there's bundle 2. Bundle 3, oops, that is not correct. Glad you guys are here to see all of my mistakes, but let's fix this together. I'm going to fix this in real time so no one gets confused. This is for an A. There we go. Okay, good. You guys out of the way there and click save. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, so I wanted to make sure everyone was clear on this. This is a special bundle. This is only for students intending to earn an A. So if you are only intending to earn a B, then skip this bundle and move on to bundle 4, right? Other than that, let's see. So yeah, and I don't need to go into bundle 4, bundle 5. They're organized just the same. Just to show you this real quick, this is the final paper instructions. You might want to take a look at that just to get a sense. I won't go through this in detail. We could talk about this later. But basically, you're going to choose one of the prompts below to respond to. So you got 2 prompts to choose from. And then when you prepare for, so if you are intending to do this paper, it's a pretty good idea, because it's based on the book, Incidents of the Life of the Slave Girl. Again, you don't have to buy the book. It's provided to you in Blackboard within an interactive book. It's a good idea to take notes as you're reading, right? And you can base your notes on the prompt that you choose. So you can choose your prompt, and as you're reading and you come across some information within the book that helps you respond to that prompt, You can write that down, whether it's a name, a date, an event that's happening, whatever the case is. Other than that, what's going to happen now is these bundles are all going to close. And within the next, well, definitely by tomorrow morning, if not sooner, there will be an interactive video which will contain this orientation that you guys don't have to do. You can go straight to the exam that will also be within this first day of class folder. For the other students that weren't able to attend, they will have to obviously watch the video so they can prepare for the exam. That's all I have. So let me know if you have any questions. Anybody have any questions? Where did the chat go? Why isn't the chat coming up? There we go. No questions in the chat so far. But I lost the
Hi,
chat
Mr.
again.
Kennedy. This is Eileen.
Yes. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I guess I have just one question. It's basically, so our grade is essentially based off the bundles we complete, not like the scores that we make within those bundles, or how does that work?
Yeah, you can think of it that way.
Okay.
Kind of behind the grade for the bundle is the score, but just concentrate on earning a complete or not a complete. All of the assignments have an 85% standard. So you have to
Okay.
an 85%, but what you'll see in the grade book, it's either complete or not complete.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
Sounds good. Well, thank you so much. It was super informative.
excellent. That was my goal.
Hi,
Yeah.
good evening, Mr. Kennedy. This is Cynthia Flores. And you probably said this, I just missed it.
No problem.
I'm on my way home from work and I was picking up groceries, so
Sure, I
my
get it.
trunk was closing when you said, how long is the exam going to be open for? Like tonight?
The exam will be well, it'll be open indefinitely.
Oh,
Just what
okay.
will happen is you won't be able to proceed from the course to the course until you
Until you do
earn
that.
a complete for the exam.
Okay,
Yeah, good question.
that's it. Thank you.
Hmm. Yeah, any other questions? This is helpful that you guys are asking questions because people who are going to view this later might have these questions as well. So you're helping out your fellow students. Okay, well, if there aren't any questions, and if you're getting me in chat for some reason, I screwed something up here, and let me see what happens when I do that. Doesn't look like anyone's getting me in chat. If you're trying to get me in chat, that I do need to open up the chat so I can see your names. We'll go to chat right now. I'll figure it out on my end in a second here. And type your full name. And once the exam is available, I'm going to go ahead and just plug in complete for the interactive video. So you don't have to do the interactive video. You just do the exam. Oh, there's the chat. There we go. I got it. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Excellent. Yeah, I'll give you a couple of minutes to make sure everybody gets their name in there. And once you get your name in there, if you have a question, ask a question, but that's all I have. So if you don't have a question, you've got your name in the chat, then I'll talk with you later. And always get a hold of me on Pronto, right? I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. When and if you have questions. Excellent. Well, that looks like everybody. Yep, you're certainly welcome, Kimberly.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. So what's going on? Okay. Well, I'll call it an evening, and yeah, the bundles are going to close. Hopefully by tonight, for sure by tomorrow morning, the exam will be available, and then you can start hitting the ground running.
Thank you so much. Have a good night.
You too.
Thank you.
Thank
Have a good
you.
evening.
Thank you.